The fact that he's singing to Olivia Wilde has me rolling. I'm dead. Divorced dad rock. What's the lore?
The Olivia, like.
Oh, the Olivia.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso at karaoke night. Oh, no.
That's also why in like the show it kind of hit even hard too.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole thing with
the
Ted
divorce thing, yeah,
and the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
divorce with Ted. It's like he low-key was kind of going through that in real time. So those were real emotions.
Weird Al sang "Hot to Go" at this event.
Weird
as well.
Al was there too.
What is it again?
Event
It's called
is this?
Thunder Gong.
What is the charity?
I don't know.
Or what is it?
I have no idea.
Thunder Gong?
Yeah, we are naming off people like it's Coachella.
I know.
Oh, Chapel Road?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Should we go to the Thunder Gong next
Low
year?
key, I kind of want to. Those are a lot of good acts.
I'm looking it up.
Is Weird Al still making music?
Thunder Gong.
Like, was that a parody of Chapel Roan, or was that?
No, that was the actual song.
No, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if he's ever done like newer music,
Parodies of
like
him.
parodies of like
Yeah.
new songs.
Yeah, I haven't heard a song in a while from him.
Also, where was that?
It's in Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Kansas City.
Oh. It's an organization that reconnects amputees to their communities, families, and workforces by relieving the financial burden of prosthetic care.
Interesting.
And the name Thunder Gong is how they...
It's a night of unforgettable musical performances with loads of laughs.
The board of directors was like, hey guys, I got a name for this event.
Wow, today we learned.
Wow.
When you said it was for amputees reconnecting, I was thinking something else.
No, me too.
I was like, no way, on the spot?
I was like, how?
That's awesome.
My question was how?
A Thunder Gong?
And Ted Lasso was doing it?
Welcome to We Used to Live Together. I'm Hannah.
I'm Kris.
And we used to live together.
Welcome back, roomies.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Bienvenidos to our Spanish speakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only other language I know how to say welcome in.
Well, you've seen Cabaret, right?
Oh.
Bienvenu. Welcome.
How do they say it in German?
Willkommen.
Oh, welcome in. Yes. Willkommen. I have seen. Hey, that's so great.
That's actually a great tie-in.
That's going to come in handy later on.
Yeah.
Hey, you can say I have a degree in theater.
Oh, you do?
Wait, so this also could be a late to the party with our expert.
Although I don't think we're late to this party.
No. No, Mama, we've been attending this party for a while.
We're throwing the party. Yeah. What's good, my dude?
Man, what a week.
Tell me.
I know we're not a political podcast.
Oh, brother.
And we don't talk about it often, but man, did this week really crush my soul.
Tell us. As an American woman living in this country, what's your experience?
I was just devastated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went when we were watching the election all night because I actually could not look away from the TV as much as I was like, let's watch something different. And it was for a while, it was like, oh, the red mirage. And then there's going to be the blue shift. And Lorenzo, is a math guy. So I just kept saying like, okay, when do we need to start panicking? what number is it going to get to where like we should be stressed? And he's like, it's not going to happen. She's probably going to win Pennsylvania. Like it's going to be fine. So I went to bed and then I woke up at 3:30 and saw that Trump had won and I cried in the bathroom and then had to go to work to open the gym.
Oh no.
And again, we're not a political podcast. We're probably not even qualified to talk about thing. I don't know.
sure am not.
You know, like I just like, again, like you said, as a human, as a woman, it just was devastating. It's scary. I'm very sad. And I think it was just a rough week. I hadn't really experienced like a heaviness like that. Like hopelessness in a while.
Yeah.
So just working through that. But I think the good side of that is that I just have a really strong community of women who feel similarly. So we are able to kind of like all be there for each other. And then very grateful to have a husband that supports me and is on the same side of things as me. So that's been good. But you know what? We're just going to take it one day at a time.
Yeah. Like you said, I for sure, you know, a lot more than I do. I'm not qualified to talk about politics at all, but this is the first year where I actually did research and I used the NPR voting guide and everything. I went through everything and yeah, I when I woke up, I went to bed and I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, that's not how I thought it would go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I try to, it's harder for me because I'm a man and I'm not affected the same way as women are. So I just try to put myself in like what the women in my life were thinking or feeling at the time. And I just, and seeing all the posts online, you know, like the whole like week was just, I could not be on Instagram. I was like, I can't look at this anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So I did feel that heaviness and that sadness from mainly women, you know, and rightfully so. But I was like, man, this must be, I cannot imagine. I cannot like feel what you feel, you know?
Yeah.
So I could kind of empathize in a way, but like not really. Cause men are not affected by laws and policies the way women are. Right. So we're not a political podcast. We're not qualified for
and
this.
We're
just expressing
to deter anybody from listening.
I think if you vote for whoever you want to vote for, Mama.
It's just, this has affected me this week. And and then at the end of our last episode, we ended it.
I know, I remember that. I was
very
like,
confidently. So I think it's only fair that we come on and address the outcome of that.
Totally.
So yeah, just trying to stay hopeful and all of that. But other than that, this weekend the Chiefs had a big win.
I saw that.
And I really needed that one.
You did, Mama. You did.
So we're celebrating those little wins.
Yeah.
And it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I saw that clip. I saw that last second clip of the field goal. Yeah. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
They must have been jumping up and down at your house.
We were going crazy. We also tried a new restaurant that I think we need to go to.
What is it?
I think it was called like Super Dumpling, but it's in it's in that shopping center where Trader Joe's is on Tustin.
It's new?
Yeah, just opened.
Oh.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And they have a really good cucumber salad.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got to go.
So we need to add that to the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
That's all. Oh, what's good with you, my dude? Sorry.
I was waiting. 3 things on the list. Number 1, hip hop fitness. Ever heard of this?
No.
It was my sister's birthday this weekend, and for her birthday, she had all the cousins come and do this hip hop fitness class. And basically it's like you've seen like the aerobic, I'm sure you've seen online, the aerobic classes where they do the dancing all together. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I think it was the first time for all of us. We had never, except for my sister, I think. I'm sure has done it before, but like I didn't know what to expect. It was a lot more people than I thought. There was maybe like 30 people in that class.
Oh, wow.
And there was like maybe 6 of us. So the instructor walks you through each part of the choreography. And then you do it in halftime a few times. And then you do it in regular time a few times. Man, it's you and you. Both of you would love it. Kill it.
Can you perform it for us?
No.
For the Patreon?
Wait, can you give us can you give us a little like there's enough room right here.
Or like what was the song?
The song was Justin Timberlake's something. Whichever song.
Rock Your Body?
No. It's like a newer one.
Okay.
I can't remember. We can post the video. We have a video. We can post it on Patreon.
Okay,
we'll post it on Patreon.
Yeah.
It was okay. So we had our little party, and then we were doing it in the class, and during the class time, I feel like I was killing it. I was like, when she was teaching us each choreography, each little step, now I understand how dancers build, because you ever like watch dancing and you're like, how do they remember all of the choreography?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were in color guard, but they build it one at a time. So you go through like that first part and then you kind of string it all together. And at the end, you do it all. And during the class, I felt like I was doing pretty well. But when it was time, and then she split us up into 2 groups and she said, okay, group 1, you're going to do it. And then group 2, when it was like us in the spotlight, I forgot everything, dude. I could not remember a thing. Or if I did, it was like, I was like always behind the beat and I was behind everyone else. And I was like, man, during class, I was killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so she had group 1 and group 2 do it a few times. We went back and forth and cheering each other on. And then she goes, because she knew it was my sister's birthday. She was like, okay, let's just have the birthday crew do it. Just the 6 of us or whatever, 7 of us did it in front of the whole class.
Aww.
And it was very sweet that she did that. But also, I suck so bad. Well, you'll see on the video.
Yeah.
Most of everyone else killed it. I was like, I'm sorry, you guys are dancers? You know, like I know my sister is, but like, when did you guys get good at this? So
yeah.
Suffice it to say, I sucked, and we're gonna do it again next year, I think.
Okay,
and you're welcome.
I'll save the date.
Yeah. So
did you do a lot of choreography stuff like in color guard, Hannah?
Yeah, a lot.
Have you ever like gone back and watched it, and then you're like, how did I do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how did I remember all of that?
Yeah, all of it. The entire, like, the whole field show is like, what, 15 minutes? Ish?
Well,
wow.
The high schooler ones were a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Maybe like 7 to 8.
Yeah. And then,
but
like,
still.
Winter Guard, like, I don't, even show choir. I'm like, how did I?
The choreo we did was like maybe 60 seconds, maybe.
I'm like, how did I remember what to sing, like what part to sing, and on top of that, what dance moves to do? It's wild.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, like those were like the only times that I can remember where I was like, I really have to lock in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I have to lock in or I let everybody down.
Yeah, exactly.
And there is rarely a moment that I go through in my adult life where I have to lock in as hard as I had to do it when I was in band.
Amen.
If I had more time, obviously that was like a 1 hour class and it was our first time doing it. If I had more time to practice, I think I could nail it. I just, in the moment, especially when she's like, okay, it's your turn now.
Yeah.
No instructor, just you're going to do it. I think I kind of was deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I can't.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You'll see on the video.
Okay.
Patreon, look forward to that.
Did Christina kill it?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
She was like front and center. I was like, of course, you were great. Second thing, this one, it finally happened. Something that I have been fearing. Let me paint you a picture.
Okay.
I'm at Costco.
Oh no.
Minding my business. Just minding my business. Doing my regular shopping. A man approaches me. Tall, shaved head, tattoos. Tattoos on the face, tattoos on the head. Tattoos everywhere. Piercings. On the face. In the ears. Big O earplugs, you know what I'm talking about, with the holes in them.
Yeah.
Approaches me. I thought he was going to ask me like a question because he thought I worked there, which is weird because I'm like, I have my shopping cart. Why would I work here?
Yeah.
And so he goes, hey bro, can I ask you something real quick? And I was like, I was ready to say, oh, I don't work here. He goes, do you work at the courthouse?
No.
And I don't know why, but in my little brain was like, you can't lie. You can't, like, it would be wrong to lie. I don't know why.
Sweet Kris.
And I was like,
you can lie.
This happened in like, it felt longer, but it was really like a second in my brain. And then I was like, oh yeah, I do. I was like, have I helped you before? And he's like, yeah, I thought I recognized you. I kind of thought it was you.
Oh.
And then that's it, thankfully. I thought maybe it was going somewhere. But that's the first time.
He's like, we are parent trapping.
No, thankfully, nothing happened. It was just that. Okay. But I think about that all the time because I help so many people and I'm like,
you're a public figure.
Yeah. I live and work in this county. it's only a matter of time before someone sees me in the wild and is like, hey, bro, like.
I think you can lie.
Well, okay, I'm glad I didn't, because 3 days later he came in and I helped him. And I was like, oh, hey.
Do you work at the court? No. Weren't you just at Costco the other day?
No. It happened, and it's something that I've been dreading, and I don't know, how should I handle it next time? What if that happens again? Lie?
No, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Like, what are they gonna do?
I mean, it's not like you have a crazy job. It's just the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told Selena, my coworker, about it, and she's like, you could have been killed. I was like, calm down, Selena.
Wait, but why? You're just
That's what I was
processing
like,
paperwork.
Why? Just because I like gave custody to his wife? I don't know. Like, it's not
But you
me.
didn't,
No,
yeah.
not me. It's the judge. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, I could see how an irate customer, but typically all my customers are very satisfied when I help them. So
Yeah.
my customer service skills are through the roof.
They are so happy with their divorce.
I will
After
say-
working with me.
Hey, I will say my track record for customer service, impeccable. So I think if I saw someone that I've helped, they would probably, I don't know, give me a hug. I don't know.
No.
No.
What's crazy is like, if I like the guts it takes to go up, because to you and be like, do you work at the courthouse? Because
Oh.
I think for me, I would be like, oh my God, he works at the courthouse. I don't want him to see me. Like,
Oh, like it's embarrassing for you?
yeah, I don't know.
Not
like,
this guy.
especially like if you're like seeing like all these intimate details
Yeah.
about like my life.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd be like, oh God.
Oh, that's true.
But I don't know.
Hey, different people.
Maybe you left a really big mark on that dude.
Like I said, I help people a
Yeah.
lot. So, all right, last thing on my list is a TV show I'm really enjoying. It's on Paramount Plus. You know I love espionage content. This is a show about CIA and military both, but it's called Lioness, starring Zoe Saldana,
Your girl.
my girl. Nicole Kidman plays a small role in it. There's some other folks, but it's so good. Like the writing and just the how realistic it is, because they use, I will say, for folks who are trying to get into it, they use a lot of military terms and they don't bother to explain anything. It's like you just have to lock
You're
in.
on Google.
No, Hannah, the number of times I have to pause the show and look up an acronym or look up like what this is, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Otherwise, I would not know what's happening. So the realistic like aspect of it and how like good the acting is, and I cry. What espionage show that I do that you cry in? You know, it's
Yeah.
like so moving. Maybe because it's so intense.
Yeah.
Too. She plays Zoe Saldana. She plays a CIA officer who like handles this team, and then she's also married. She has a family, and her husband is a surgeon. So it's like you have. I think what is so moving about it too is like she's a real person with a real family, and like when you see her interact with her daughters and her husband, and then in the next scene she's like shooting people. It's like this is crazy. This is what a like juxtaposition in your life, and it's real because people do it, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it just makes me think of like even people in like law enforcement or firefighters, you know, the fire's going on. I'm like, you like go out there, you put out this huge fire, and then you just come home and what? Like just have dinner at the table with your family. It's like, huh? That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Or like just like not weird, but like what a strange kind of double life almost.
Yeah.
It's because your family will never know what it's like
to do it.
to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Totally.
I don't know. It's moving.
Okay.
Check it out if you like spy stuff and military stuff. It's called Lioness on Paramount Plus.
Nice. Oh, I have a TV update.
Go ahead.
I'm almost on with season 7 of Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I have one more episode
wait.
left.
Season 7.
I just saw the dragon get turned into a White Walker dragon.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Are you at the part where?
You're gonna spoil something.
But you've seen this though. You're already in the part where you've seen.
But I don't remember much.
Okay. Let me just ask
Okay.
if Sansa and Jon have reunited.
Yes.
Did you cry?
Oh yeah.
That is the one scene in Game of Thrones where I was weeping.
The one scene.
Well, the one scene that put me.
Liar.
I
I think probably cried the most in.
know. Okay.
Because when she comes back to Winterfell
Yeah.
and they see each other from afar
Yeah.
and they just run to
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
I cried for that. I was so disappointed in the reunion with Arya.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm also just like, dude, chill. Like, what the frick is going on? Also, Bran is the worst.
Yeah.
The absolute worst. Like, I just don't understand why this whole time we spent so much time on his journey. I'm like, I want some like more. I want him to Harry Potterify it a little bit. Like, I want him to be able to connect with the. Have I said this before?
No.
I want him to be able to like communicate with the Night King. Just like make it more like
Hear me out.
That was to be honest, that was something so many fans during its airing wanted as well.
Because we only saw it like that one time, and that's how the Night King found him under that tree.
Sorry, every time you say Night King, I can only think of you
thinking he's hot.
He's hot.
Dude, when he threw that spear in the dragon, one try, and
You're
he got
like,
it.
ooh.
I was like,
hey. Yeah, no, I think Bran's story kind of flopped for fans,
and
right?
also, like, I am so sick of this, like, right at the nick of time, they're getting saved. Like, Jaime charging at Daenerys, and then Bronn just, like, grabs him. Or, like, and then I'm like, dude, they could have ended everything. If Daenerys just turned around and said Dracarys on the Night King, then it would have been done. Like, they were so close to just it being done. Like, I don't understand. I get she's in shock. It's her kid that just died. But like, you're right there.
Yeah.
And then Jon falls into the water, but somehow he's being dragged down by the whites or whatever they're called. What are they called? And then he just like emerges and his sword's right there. He can walk. Like, he's not frozen. Also, his uncle comes out of nowhere. Like, where were you the whole time the battle was going on? Benjen just comes in with the thing. And then he's like, I was dying laughing when Jon's like, come on. And he's like, there's no time. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, because you staying back and killing 5 more whites is really going to help Jon. Because he immediately dies. And then somehow Jon makes it back to the wall, and then they send Gendry. So they're like, Gendry, you go run all the way back to the wall, but let me take your one weapon that you know how to use. It's too heavy for you. So he's just supposed to run for miles without a weapon while there's White Walker bears. Like, it makes no sense. Make me believe it. Make me believe you. Writers.
Roomies.
Make me believe you.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to live with Hannah, if you've just ever thought like, oh, like Hannah seems like such a cool person. What's it like living with her? This is it. She's so passionate. She makes her feelings heard. She's a woman who uses her voice. Thank you for sharing that.
Am I wrong?
No. And you're completely right, Mama.
Thank you.
You're exactly right. If anyone is a Game of Thrones fan and you understood any of that, this is how we feel on this show.
All the Game of Thrones fans are like, finally! Somebody gets it.
You know what so I'm nervous because I don't remember how this season ends. There are certain things in season 8 that I'm excited to see, specifically things that you and I laughed about. Like,
what?
I know it's gonna come up when I get there, but I remember a scene specifically with like Sansa and Daenerys, and we called it like the women's retreat.
The Alliance dinner.
Like, we were like, this is like the women's conference. Like all the. Oh, can I say one more thing about this last episode?
Please.
It's just so fresh. They're like carrying around that one white to like prove to Cersei that they're real.
That they're real.
He's just like in the bag screaming the whole time.
in the box or whatever. Yeah. Did that make you laugh?
Yeah, it was just too much.
Are you thinking about the actor in the box, or are you thinking about?
Also, like, you always know that people are gonna die when they go on these journeys with like 5 random people you've never met, because those are always the ones that die.
Correct. Yeah.
And then the Hound throwing the stone. So many things about that scene made me so angry.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember everything you're talking about, but I'm sure I felt similarly because we watched this together when we used to live together.
Yeah.
So again, roomies, if you've ever wondered what it's like watching a show with Hannah, here it is.
I did love Daenerys' white coat. That was
it was a sleigh.
Yeah, that was a sleigh for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we get into our main event?
Yeah, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I needed to update everyone.
Well, if you think Hannah's emotions are out of control now, wait until we get to our main event. We're talking about our top 5 favorite Broadway musicals. Did I listen to my Broadway playlist on the way over here? You bet your ass I did.
Mama, me too. Are you looking up the white coat?
Yeah. The furry one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's kind of dope.
It's a sleigh. Okay.
We're going to talk about our top 5 favorite Broadway
This episode's
musicals.
for the theater kids.
If you're a theater kid, if you like when people break out into song randomly,
Yeah.
choreographed dancing, singing, this is for you. If
Yeah.
you're a theater major like our producer,
Yeah. Our expert.
Did you see that video of the kids singing Grease inside of the Denny's?
yes.
Yeah.
Was that? Did you relate to that?
No, I wasn't a theater kid when I was 10.
Yeah. Did you relate to that?
Absolutely. I was like, is that me?
All the server, like people were like, man, the servers are going to get no tip
Yeah.
and they're going to have to split the check 18 ways.
Mhm.
And they're all paying in like cash.
Yeah, they're all paying pennies and quarters.
So if you're a theater nerd, lock in.
Lock in.
And if you're not, hey, stay for the laughs.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a try.
You know what would be really cool for Patreon for this episode is maybe we create a combined Spotify playlist with like our favorite, maybe top 2 or 3 songs from each of these musicals.
Yes, 100%.
Just so people can see, because these ones
close, near and dear to our hearts. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go ahead and kick it off. Yours are in order.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not fully confident in my order, but I did put them in an order.
Yeah.
So, before we kick it off, I did bring props.
Stop.
One second.
You are the sneakiest little guy.
Every show I go to,
I should have brought mine.
every show I go to, I save the playbill.
I do
if
too.
If I can, and I need to get like the playbill
Yeah,
organizers.
I just got one of those for myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Where? I need one.
I just ordered it on Amazon.
Okay, yeah, I need to get one, but they're all different sizes. So
Oh yeah.
anyway, there's 2 in here. There are 2 that are not in here that I have seen because I was a fool and I don't know why. But The Lion King that I saw like 15 years ago at Segerstrom, and Newsies, which I saw also probably like 10 or 15 years ago at the Pantages. Why didn't I save those?
I don't know.
Because I was a fool.
Yeah.
So I want to go back and see those particular shows so I
Yeah.
could add them to my collection.
Yeah. I love that.
And I have all of them. Let me just quickly, like super quick, read through these. The Notebook, Moulin Rouge, Hamilton. Why is this signed?
Because we waited.
Oh,
We did the back door.
the stage door?
Stage door.
The back door's different.
We did the back door at Hamilton.
in the Heights. In the Heights. 6, Les Miserables, Wicked, The Outsiders, Hamilton again, I guess. Frozen. Did we see Frozen?
I was not
That's funny.
invited.
The Book of Mormon, Aladdin, The Band's Visit. I don't think we like that one.
We left early.
Oh my gosh, we left early. Dear Evan Hansen and Waitress.
So good.
And then Lion King and Newsies, of course.
Yeah.
So if you,
I should have brought mine.
I should have texted you.
It's okay.
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 Also, we probably have a lot of the same ones.
We do, yeah.
So, well, except you've seen a lot more than I
Yeah.
have.
I have my playbills. They're in the closet.
That's fun.
Cool.
Wait, I think that's really cool, AJ.
Cool.
So it's cool for you to bring yours, but then I have some. You're like, okay, loser.
The way when you said props, I was thinking like boas and like I don't know, like props for us to
You
wear.
brought- Here's a Declaration of Independence.
Okay, go ahead. Kick it off.
Okay. This was really hard for me to narrow down. But my 5th place, number 5.
Yes, go ahead.
6 the musical.
I almost put that on mine.
Yeah. I've seen it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see it in New York.
Wow.
And
with the original cast? Or
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And then I saw it at the Pantages. I had listened to the soundtrack before seeing it, but honestly, I was kind of like not super into it because it felt so like Hamilton-y. Like telling history through where, and I'm like a Lynn Loyal. I was like, no one does it like Lynn.
Yeah.
But they're completely different things.
Right.
I think I just had like a blinder on where I was like, I'm just kind of over this like idea.
I'm over history. History? Sorry, get out of here.
But then when I saw it in New York, and like the New York theaters are just so small.
I love it.
Yeah. it was just like
no bad seat in the house.
Electric. Like, and then just, it made me cry. Like the way that those women, like they never leave the stage. They're always on. There's no intermission. Like it's just like.
Also, I love that it's an all-female band.
Yes.
So.
It's like fast paced. Like, yeah, so good. You've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will agree. I cried. I laughed. I was dancing along. It's basically a concert.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you've ever seen it, you know. Good pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
My number 5. I think you'll know this one. Oh, wait. Sorry. This was my number 5? Okay. I think I know why. Because of how it made me feel. I don't really know any of the music because I just saw it. The Notebook.
Aww.
This is the first musical where I cried probably the entire time.
Really?
So that's why it's in my number 5 because the way it made me feel. You've seen the movie. Have you cried? Did you cry in the movie?
Yeah.
Imagine a stage production with music and dancing and old people. Like old actors playing the actual parts, not young people. Like older actors in the roles of the older people. And I want you to see it. I really want you to see it. And I want to be there when you see it. When I tell you that at the end of Act 1, during intermission and the lights go up and every single person is snotty, crying, you know.
You know it's a good one.
It was the way it made you feel, you know?
Yeah.
And I should probably listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll make me cry. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Go.
All right. This next one was really hard for me. I was deciding between 2 Lyns.
Okay.
Either In the Heights or Hamilton. I went with In the Heights.
Okay. Go ahead. I have something to say, but go ahead.
Okay. So, of course, I mean, I could have made room for both, but I feel like I just need to choose one. In the Heights, the story, like the music, I don't know, like just everything about it, like the feelings it gave me, it made me cry. Getting to see it live was so cool because for years it was just like the soundtrack I was listening to.
When was the first time you saw it live?
I can't remember, but
was it when we went?
I saw it once before we went.
Okay.
Because I saw it in Cerritos.
Okay.
And then we went in La Mirada.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's just like, it's so sincere. I don't know. Just the lyrics and
very genuine.
Yeah. I just love it. And I think like Hamilton is also incredible, but there's something about like the story of this one.
I'm over history.
I'm over it. At the end of the day, I'm over history.
Like we always say, I'm over history.
No, but I was telling Cassie and AJ when I got here, like I was so obsessed with Hamilton, and then I think I kind of burnt out.
I remember.
Yeah, we used to live together. You saw me burn out.
I'm gonna piggyback off of yours because right. Because In the Heights is my number 2 on this list. And the first time I really, really listened to In the Heights was when we used to live together and you would throw on the vinyl. And the music, for a long time, all I ever had was the music.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah, by itself.
The soundtrack itself, sometimes I'll just throw it on because it's just a very good album. And then when you throw in the really tender parts and the parts where I'm sobbing because, you know, everyone is sad.
Yeah.
Singing.
Yeah.
And then just like I don't know, like the cast energy, it's just the songs are so good.
Yeah.
And the story itself is so endearing. So that's why it's my number 2.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he won, this is his first musical?
Yeah.
Lynn's?
Yeah.
And he won the Tony for it, right? Best musical.
Yeah.
I mean,
speaks for itself.
My number 4.
Yeah.
That was your number 4. My number 4 is Hamilton. And I think because it was such a new and unique.
Yeah.
Right? I think
it was like monumental.
Yeah. I think this shifted the way musicals were thought about on Broadway.
Yes.
Right? Am I crazy or
no? You're not crazy.
Okay, because I think this is how the community feels,
Yeah,
right? That Hamilton kind of made a huge mark, and everything pre-Hamilton versus post-Hamilton is you can tell it made a huge difference, right? So
and it brought in like so many
new fans.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So that's why it's my number 4. Obviously, it's a great show. It also won best musical, right? But I think beyond the impact that it made, it's just a great show.
Yeah.
Like the music and the first time I saw it, again, when all you have is the soundtrack, you have a certain image in your mind of how the stage will look. Not even close. Not even close to what I thought. The revolving stage, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The rewind scene, what? You never think. You never thought the way whenever they are singing when they're singing about the sisters, when I think it is rewind, or whenever he's like gonna fall in love, where he was supposed to fall in love with Angelica.
Helpless?
Or like her helpless.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that the visual really adds to that, you know? And,
totally.
And just listening to the music alone, you don't get all of it, but seeing that, or even like the Mariah Reynolds, seeing them like, whoa, that's not how I pictured it.
Yeah.
So,
and it's just crazy, like to think about all of the actors and actresses that have performed these roles, the amount of talent you have to have.
Yes.
Because that's like a 3-hour show, right? Like it's a long show, and like they're not like just singing, like they're like rapping on a beat, like on key, like while dancing, while like.
If you're not good, not a good dancer, not a good singer, not a good actor, you really have to be a triple threat to be in this show, because they do it all. And the amount of acting actually that they do, especially in like the emotional parts, you really have to nail it.
Yeah, and you have to like know how to enunciate.
With the rapping?
But I'm just saying, like it can make or break it, because I've seen it.
Have you seen Bad?
I've seen it, I think 3 times now. And there was one time where I was having a hard time with John Lawrence.
Oh.
And there's like, this guy needs to take he was the understudy.
Oh, he needs to take a class.
I'm like, just take a breath. Like, you're going to be okay. Like, just.
Oh, maybe he was nervous.
Yeah, just like take, like, you're going to like, just take a breath.
Nervous. Yeah. Is this the one of the times when you saw it where someone was singing every song or something?
Yes,
was
right
it?
Next to me.
I thought that's so funny.
I know.
That they were singing along.
Yeah.
every song?
Yeah, they were like, I am not throwing away.
Under their breath?
Shut. I am not.
But you could hear it.
Yeah. I'm just.
Like a man?
Yeah.
Like a grown man.
Yeah. What I find so funny about those people is that they are so excited that they just can't contain it.
Yeah.
But they know the rules, so they're like,
I'm not.
Just under their breath.
Scruffy and hungry. I'm just like cushy. Like, come on. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just sit still.
Just sit still.
Just enjoy it.
And just let them do it.
Enjoy the moment.
It's like we're all trying. We all know the words.
We all.
There's a reason we're here.
Yeah.
Right?
Thankfully, I've not been in a situation, I don't think, where that has happened. So, and hopefully never. But go ahead.
Okay, my number 3 is Once, the musical.
Oh.
Have you seen it
Never.
live?
Hannah, I feel like I'll cry.
Yeah.
I've seen it once.
Wait, have you?
No. Finger gun.
Okay. Obviously, I love the movie.
Yes.
So I was very excited.
I've seen the movie.
I love Glenn Hansard.
Yeah.
Though I saw it first in New York.
Listeners, if you're unfamiliar with the city of New York, it's on the East Coast. Ever heard of it?
It's new.
But they do it's kind of like similar to Moulin Rouge, which we'll get to. But before the show, it's like the actors are out on stage and it's like a pub, like an Irish pub.
I love when they do that.
They're like playing music.
It's like the show before the show.
Yeah, but you can go up on stage and order a drink. So they're selling drinks on stage. Yeah.
Really?
So both times I've seen it, we've gone on stage to order, like Lorenzo got a beer. And like when I was in New York,
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, so it was really cute.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know if you've seen a musical like this, but where like the band is on stage with them the whole time.
Only 6, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how it is for Once. So they're kind of always in the background.
Yeah.
But like involved with the scene.
Yeah.
And there's just something about that.
The band is part of.
Yes.
Because all the music is live. Yeah. Okay.
There's something about that just is really beautiful. And then all of the actors, well, obviously, like if you've seen the movie, like the main two, they can play the piano, guitar. Right. They're like playing live. Like it's so good.
I would really like to see that.
I sob. It's really beautiful. Yeah. Next time it comes around, if it ever comes around.
No, we must. Yeah. Well, I think you've sent me videos of
like their Tony performance.
Yeah. Even just that scene with all the guitars.
Yes.
I'm already like, I need to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is they're all playing the guitar. Yeah. Like how hard, I mean, you play guitar, like, is that hard?
Well, I'm not a professional guitarist, so I imagine there's a level of difficulty.
They're all so in sync. Like even the way they're strumming is
there's
like...
a level of difficulty there, but I imagine as a professional, they are locked in.
Oh
they
my
know
gosh.
What they're doing. And I guess from the audience perspective, seeing that all in unison would blow me away.
Yeah.
So.
And they do a lot where like the singers, because this is something Glenn will do a lot, is where he'll just like not sing with the mic. Like they just sing.
Yes. But it's so loud. They're singing so loud that you can hear them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then both times.
That must be so emotional.
Yeah. Both of the times that I've seen it afterwards, they've like led a Irish drinking song on stage, the Old Triangle.
After or?
After. Like, you know, like they like do bows and then they all sing it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very cool experience.
Wow.
So highly recommend.
Okay. Once. My number 3 is Moulin Rouge.
That's my number
2. I think we may have different. I feel like you like it for different reasons.
Yes.
I like it because it's just it's fun.
Yeah.
Like if you want to have a good time and maybe see a little juicy drama, this is the show.
Yeah.
It's a jukebox musical, meaning it's all these songs are pre-written by other artists. They're incorporating it into the show. And it's so the way they do it and did you see it with Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh, original cast?
Minus the girl. The girl.
Yeah. Okay. So I've only ever seen it not here on the West Coast. So
with the hot Duke, remember him?
Yes.
He was so hot.
So it's just, if you've ever seen the movie, it's like that, but like way better because it's on stage and the way the stage production stuff, the set, and the live. Again, there's something about singing it live, and having the people emote it right there on stage. When he's singing his like when he hits the really high note. Gosh, it's so like it's so raw.
Yeah, you feel it like
it's so raw and it's so like. It just makes you feel, but it's just overall, it's just like a fun when the crowd gets up. First of all, the opening number.
Oh yeah.
From the opening number. Yeah. You're already in it.
Yeah.
It's when all the girls come out.
Yes.
You're in it. Yeah. Like you're locked in. Yeah. So, and that from all the way through, until you're crying at the end.
Yeah, literally. And then they're like, stand up, clap with us. And you're like, okay. Sure.
So, maybe you want to jump in here.
No, yeah. I think all the things you said, I got to see it with Aaron and wow, it was a gift. And I don't know, it's like weirdly addicting for me. Like I saw it in New York and then as soon as I saw that it was coming here, like Lorenzo and I and my mom and brother, we went and saw it at Pantages and then it came to Segerstrom. Me and my mom went again and then me and Lorenzo.
I didn't realize you saw it.
Me and Lorenzo went again.
To Segerstrom?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've seen it 4 times and like 3 times in like a month.
I didn't realize you did that.
It was just like, I don't know what is so addicting about it, but it's like, it's just, because it is sad. Like it's a sad story, but like there's something about the music, the energy that's like so vibrant. Again, it's one of those exciting
albums that you can just throw on.
Yeah. Right? And this is a testament because Lorenzo is like, I've seen it once. I don't need to see it again. Like we recently got tickets to Wicked, my mom and I, and he's like, I've already seen it. I don't want to see it. Like he doesn't want to go to Hamilton again. Yeah. But he literally is like, I will see Moulin Rouge whenever we can.
Wow. Yeah. That's saying something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Moulin Rouge is my number 3. Your number 3.
And my number 2.
And your number 2.
So this is my number 1.
Oh, we're already on. Oh, sorry.
Right?
We're already on number 1?
Right?
No, I thought you have to do.
No.
What was your number 3?
Once.
Oh, so now you're doing number 2. Now you're number 1. Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Okay. My number 1.
Yes.
Is The Music Man.
You've seen that on stage?
Yeah, with Hugh Jackman and
I haven't even seen the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Either movie, because it's 2 movies, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It's one of my favorite movies growing up. I used to watch it with my grandma all the time.
Movie?
The older one, not the new one with
Matthew Broderick?
No, I hate that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For real?
For real, I hate that one.
Okay. So
it's the older one.
So I need to watch the old one.
Yeah, the OG.
Okay.
So I've been obsessed with it. And then when I went to New York the last time, it's when it was revived with Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster.
You saw it with Hugh?
And Sutton.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, it holds a lot of like sentimental value to me.
Right, of course.
Because my Nana loved it.
Yeah.
But like it's like like the old school musicals where it's like, I mean, obviously the music is like old timey where it's more like opera, not opera-esque, but like those like long ballads.
You can tell a modern musical versus like an older musical.
And then lots of like dance breaks. Mm-hmm. So it was just insane. Like the way that like all the tap dancing that like Hugh just like, because it is dance heavy. It is very dance heavy.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to ask.
The way that they all like, it's just like it seems like they're just all trained in that style for this timepiece, like this period. And like there is problematic stuff. Like,
oh, really?
Just like little, like
racist?
I mean,
misogynistic?
Yeah, misogynistic for sure. Okay. But again, it's like a time piece.
It's a time period. Yeah. Time piece. Or a period piece.
Period piece, yes. But it was so cool. And Hugh Jackman absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. And it felt like a once in a lifetime experience. I never do this, but I bought a shirt because I was like, this is like,
you want to commemorate?
Yeah. This? I was like, this is like the coolest thing that like I got to see this. And like the whole time I was just thinking like, my God, my Nana would be sobbing right now. Nana. You know, like she would just, she would be over the moon, just like slapping her knee. Like,
man.
It's so good. And yeah, you need to watch the movie.
Yeah, I will.
Actually,
should we?
When we finally have our movie day, this is
double feature.
Double feature. Music Man, Remember the Titans.
We'll be a mess. Wait, will I cry?
Yes.
Oh, man.
You'll cry. It's beautiful music.
Okay.
Also, there is one scene in there that was kind of like a sexual awakening for little Hannah.
Oh, wow.
And it was a song about a librarian. And when
Hear me out,
when you see that scene, you're going to be like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever seen Hugh Jackman perform in the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
Even just that.
Oh, yeah. Seeing him perform the librarian song, I was like, I need to go.
I need a second. Yeah. So I can imagine seeing him in the actual role on stage. Yeah. Like in your face, like right there. So,
and when you see the movie, you'll understand like it's so dance heavy, which I feel like a lot of the older musicals are. Mm-hmm. But wow, it was just.
Well, speaking of dance heavy, my number one.
Ooh.
Because my number two was In the Heights. My number one. Newsies. It's the one I don't have a playbill for, of course. Yeah. But have you seen the movie?
Yes.
With Christian Bale?
Yes.
Okay. So remember when I told you in high school when I couldn't watch TV and my friends would sneak me contraband?
Yeah.
That was one of the movies that my friend, my very old high school friend, Rachel, she was like, hey, you need to watch this movie.
Aw. Shout out Rachel.
Shout out Rachel.
Thank you.
Where you at, girly?
Like, you're a fundamental part of Kris, and thank you.
Truly?
Yeah.
Yes. So she was like, watch this movie. It's one of my favorites. I think you're going to love it. So I can't remember if it was a DVD or a VHS, but one of them. And I put it in, and it's Christian Bale, a young Christian Bale. It's a new...
Hot.
Yeah. So it's about the newspaper kids selling newspapers back in the late 1800s. It's so good. Like...
The dance. Oh.
You know who choreographed that?
I don't think I know.
Movie?
I don't know.
And directed it?
Don't say Kenny Ortega.
Kenny Ortega, baby!
Oh
of
my
course.
God.
The king himself.
King of musicals.
Step aside, Christopher Nolan.
There's a new king in town, and his name is Kenny Ortega.
Oh, I'm
honestly,
looking it up
off, Kenny,
right now. Okay. It's a 1992 American historical musical produced by Walt Disney Pictures, directed by Kenny Ortega.
I love that. And he choreographed it?
I don't know if he choreographed it, but he did direct it. And Kenny is most famous for directing.
Oh, just another one of our favorite musicals.
High School Musical. So, just from that credit
just
alone.
From that alone.
If you've never seen the movie, watch it. But now they've adapted the movie into a Broadway stage production.
Yeah.
Man, talk about heavy dancing. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
We didn't see it together, though.
My mom and I won the lottery at Pantages.
You lucky bitch.
I know. It was so exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the dancing. First
it's
of all,
unreal.
It's an almost all guy cast.
Yeah.
The one girl.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple girls, but it's all dudes. And it's just boys being boys. Like, not in like a weird way, just like in a fun, like, they're just like dancing and singing.
Yeah.
And maybe boys don't do that actually. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a good time.
No, it's so good.
And when he sings, well, there's no way I could see Jeremy Jordan do it, but Jeremy Jordan is like my number one Broadway guy.
Yeah.
And if I wish I'd be able just seeing him.
Yeah.
I think did they put it on Disney Plus?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's just so great in it. But that scene when he sings Santa Fe,
yeah,
so emotional. Just the dancing and the story of these kids fighting big newspaper.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on this?
No, I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's probably in my top 10. Like, if we were gonna be,
And I want AJ and Cassie to see because they've never seen it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
it's so good.
When it comes back, hopefully we'll be able. And remember when DCA used to have the trolley with Mickey?
Yes.
It was so good. And it makes sense because Disney owns it. So
yeah.
So Newsies is number one.
That's a great one.
And I think if we have another movie night, we should have Newsies.
I don't know if Lorenzo's seen it, actually.
We should do a musical night.
That would be great.
With Newsies. And
Music Man.
Oh, no, we can do Music Man with Remembrance Time.
Okay, we have to have those together. We cannot separate. Oh.
Just do a Kenny Ortega night.
Oh.
AJ, do not tempt me with a good time.
A Kenny Ortega marathon.
No. Kenny, open invite if you're free.
If anyone knows Kenny, please send this to him.
We're your biggest fans. I have so many questions.
That does it for this.
I know. Listeners, roomies, if you have musicals that you love.
I will say I know there are people out there who, and it's more than I care to know, but there are people out there who are like, I can't stand musicals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
I know. A lot of people find them cringy. Like,
I know, but like,
could not be me.
Not me. Like, if you like music, who doesn't like music?
Yeah.
And maybe it's like the fact that they just do it out of the blue, just like random.
Yeah, but like, that's the best. That's my preferred method of communication.
If you're not singing or dancing out of the blue, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I get it. Hey, everyone has their preferences or whatever, but have you given it a chance?
Yeah.
Have you really honestly sat down and not just like, oh, I'm watching a musical, like treated it as a piece of art.
Yes.
And studied it as a medium of art. And really like locked in. Have you?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
I'm so excited because we're taking my brother to see Wicked for the first time. He's never experienced it.
Not a musical or just Wicked?
Like Wicked.
He's been to musicals.
Yeah, he loves musicals.
He likes musicals.
He has never seen Wicked. He's gonna.
If I could go back and watch
Wicked
for the first time.
For the first time.
Wow.
I'll update you guys. I'm thrilled for
It's
him.
just you watching him the whole time.
He's like
this.
He's like, you're so weird.
Or it's you under your breath. Popular. Gonna be popular.
Just for this moment. As long as you're mine.
Are you excited for the movie?
I'm excited.
Okay.
I love Cynthia a lot.
And as do I. And Ari.
No, I'm very excited. I know I'm going to bawl. I know I'm going to be absolutely obsessed with it. I'm really excited to see Bowen Yang in it.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to be in it.
Because I really love him. I think it's going to be...
That makes sense now why they did that interview. Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm really excited. Some honorable mentions I want to throw out there. Hadestown almost made my top 5. It almost knocked off 6.
Okay.
But I wasn't quite ready.
Yeah.
Because the music in Hadestown is incredible.
Uh-huh.
Also, honorable mention, Book of Mormon.
I was going to say, yes. If you're not, you have to be not easily offended though. Yeah. Because if you don't have thick skin.
If you're Mormon,
no, you can be Mormon. You just need thick
Do you
skin.
think?
Like, don't take it personally.
I know Mormons who love that play.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't take anything personally, because there is a song in there that's just like, when you first hear it, you're like, what are they saying?
Like, I think I even was like, are we allowed to laugh at
are
this?
we allowed to watch this and also think this is a super catchy song?
Yeah, like that I listened to in my car? Okay. Like, we're all good?
Yeah. Don't take it personally. It's not a reflection of who you are. It's just like good fun, right?
Yeah.
So, Book of Mormon, and also honorable mention, The Outsiders. You have to watch The
I really
Outsiders.
want to see that.
When we saw it in New York. You ever been?
Ever been?
When we saw it in New York, it was incredible.
NYC, the Big Apple.
Where you hate us, right,
yeah,
listeners?
You hate us. Anyways, musicals are just the best.
It's a huge part of our friendship and who we are as people, because I think it's a way to experience hard things in life in like a fun way, in a very artistic kind of poetic way. So, hey, if you don't like it, we don't like you. No, just kidding.
If you don't like it, move out.
If you don't like it,
that's fine.
No judgment.
No judgment.
I'm just saying, if you've given it an honest shot and you said, hey, it's not for me, that's fine.
Yeah.
But for those of us who are really love it, hey, that's our bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's our jam.
Yeah.
The Sound of Music. Have you seen The Sound of Music?
I've never seen it live.
Me either.
Yeah.
Never. We should go to a sing along at the Hollywood
Bowl.
Bowl.
I know.
Imagine.
You would. Would you be okay?
I don't know. I have to ring this.
I know.
That's the bell. Listeners, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us this very special part of us. Musicals, Broadway musicals. There are some, I think we like any, it doesn't have to be Broadway. We'll watch anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like DComs.
Because we didn't even talk about like movie musicals.
Oh, we didn't.
That could be a whole other.
That's a whole another episode. So I think if you connect with this, you get it. I've blanked. What else do we do here?
Social media,
yes,
Patreon.
Sorry, I was so caught up in the emotional part of this topic. Yeah, follow us on the socials. Patreon. We have some things coming up. Hannah's gonna do Vinyl of the Week.
Yeah.
What were the other things
I'm posting?
Oh, yes.
Well, no, it's already going to be happening when they listen to this. Patreons will already know how cringy I was.
If you're listening to this episode, Hannah and I have already done what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But Vinyl of the Week and all of her cringy stuff had
Letters
to get Lorenzo's attention.
How to get a guy
before the end of camp.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be posting some motivational stuff and some photos. Should I post my tattoo?
I think so.
I was thinking about that.
I think so.
That's so funny.
This is like a little blog.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, we've already done this on Patreon. So
but
jump
that's
on
just
there.
some of the stuff you can see if you join our Patreon.
Yes, we have the $5 and the $10 level.
Yeah.
Sign up for that. I think that's it.
That's all.
Another week down.
Another week in the book.
We hope you're enjoying this.
Yeah.
And if you're not, why are you listening? Right?
We're happy you're here.
We're happy you're here. But also, have you spent 60 episodes watching and you're like, I hate this?
Yeah.
Imagine.
No.
No. Do people listen to something they hate just to hate on it?
No.
Is that a thing?
I could not.
No, I couldn't either.
No.
Like if I hate something, I wouldn't spend my time on it.
I'm not wasting my time.
No, we have so many musicals.
So many musicals to watch.
So we assume that if you're here, that you love it. We love you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Until next time, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
So long. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye. Goodbye.